I begin with a hadith, and this is the hadith narrated by Sahal ibn Sa'd al-Sa'idi radiyallahu anhu. He said, أن فتى من الأنصار دخلته خشية الله فكان يبكي عند ذكر النار. He said there was a young boy, a young man. The fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala penetrated deep into his heart to the point where whenever the hellfire was mentioned, he would cry and cry abundantly. Subhanallah, just want you to reflect. The youth that were around the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam, this was their condition. They would cry when the hellfire was mentioned. If you're to observe the state of the youth today, what do they cry over? You find that some cry when their football team loses the grand final. وَإِنَّا لِلَّهِ وَإِنَّا إِلَيْهِ رَاجِعُونَ. Some of the youth are crying when they watch, not only youth, but even older people, are crying when they watch an emotional series or a movie that's all acted and made up, but it gets them crying. And some of our youth are crying because their boyfriend, girlfriend relationship have ended. Ask Allah Azza wa Jal to grant us Iman. So this young boy, whenever he heard the hellfire, he would cry. حتى حبسه ذلك في بيته. The matter had intensified in his life to the point he became locked in his own house and he would not leave his house. Young boy. فذكر ذلك لرسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. The state and the condition of this boy was mentioned to the Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم. فجاءه في البيت. When Nabi صلى الله عليه وسلم went to him, to his house to visit him. The moment the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam entered this young boy's house, فَلَمَّا دَخَلَ عَلَيْهِ اعْتَنَقَهُ النَّبِيُّ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمَ. The boy, he jumped and he hugged the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam tightly, وَخَرَّ مَيِّتًا, and he died. When Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam puts him down and he says to the companions, جَهِّزُوا صَاحِبَكُمْ فَإِنَّ الْفَرَقَ مِنَ النَّارِ فَلَذَ كَبِدَهُ. Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam says to the companions, prepare the funeral of your brother, for indeed the mention of the fire has tore his liver into pieces. The mention of the hellfire and the fear of the hellfire could reach such a point with a person that it could end up causing his death, and it affects his internal organs and limbs, like this young man. Today, if someone cried from the hellfire and from the fear of Allah Azza wa Jal, you'd think this person's gone mad. We'd say, brother, you need to take a break, you need to relax, you've gone insane and you've gone mad. This is because the fear of the hellfire has long gone from the people's memory and the people's talk. We ask Allah Azza wa Jal to enlighten us with Iman.